Hello, ladies and gentlemen. RP Tube Vision brings to you Wrestling Trivia Tuesday.
Hello, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to another edition of Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. I am your host, Ronald Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent. Hopefully, everybody had a nice Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or whatever holiday you may celebrate this year. Remember, if you like this show or any other show I put on here, please hit the subscribe button. Yes, you know how we all gotta say that. It's part of the contract, folks. Anyway, enough of the shameless plug and my repetitiveness of calling a shameless plug. Let's get on to the questions. Alrighty, question number 1. On February 8th of 1996, Randy Macho Man Savage won the WWF Intercontinental Championship. Who did he defeat? Was it A. Pedro Morales, B. Tito Santana, or C. Greg the Hammer Valentine? The answer was B. Tito Santana. This was a Saturday night's main event match. Randy Savage was outside the ring, had a pair of brass knucks, or foreign object, international object, whatever you want to call it. He swung and missed Tito. Tito was trying to bring him back in with a belly to back suplex, but Savage wound up nailing him with a foreign object. Got on top of him for the 1-2-3, and that's how he became the WWF Intercontinental Champion. We're going to hold that for over a year, I believe, losing to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat at WrestleMania 3, which was on March 29th, 1987. As you fans know, every year, wrestling magazine Pro Wrestling Illustrated puts out a year-end review issue featuring awards like Wrestler of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, Inspirational Wrestler of the Year. And 1985 was no different. These awards were supposedly voted by fans. So question number 2. Who won the PWI Rookie of the Year in 1985? Was it A. Nor the Barbarian, B. Kendall Windham, or C. Dan Spivey? The answer is A. Nor the Barbarian. Not that could be confused with Conga the Barbarian, the guy who is probably a little more famous for the Barbarian name. Wrestled in the NWA Mid Atlantic, teamed with the Warlord as the Powers of Pain, but Nord the Barbarian, whose real name was John Nord, got his start in the AWA, and he was another monster from Minnesota, trained by Eddie Sharkey, who also trained the Road Warriors. He would have a cup of coffee in the World Class, then went on to wrestle in the WWF as a Berserker. He was also in the dying days of the AWA, teaming with Scott Norton as the Yukon Lumberjacks. Kendall is a brother of Barry Windham. His dad was, or their dad was the late great Blackjack Mulligan. And Kendall, of course, is the uncle of Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt. Dan Spivey actually started out as American Starship Eagle, teaming with another rookie at the time, Scott Hall, who went by the name American Starship Coyote. Spivey would replace Barry Windham in the WWF, tag team the U.S. Express with Mike Rotundo. He would also spend a lot of time in Japan. And NWA/WCW, he would team with Sid Vicious. And of course, Sid Vicious was replaced when he got injured by Mark Callis as the Skyscrapers. And of course, Mark Callis grew up, became The Undertaker. Next question. Here we go here. Main event time. Question number 3. This should be a simple old school question here. Who wrestled under a mask by the name of the Bullet? Was it A, Brad Armstrong, B, Kenny Omega, or C, Bob Armstrong? The answer was C, Bob Armstrong. Yes, he would don on the mask after suffering a really bad facial injury. Was in a freak weightlifting accident where I think the cable broke or something like that, and it crushed his face. I think he still had a bunch of scars from the and swelling from the injury, and he decided to don on the mask, call himself the Bullet, and of course, in Continental, he would also don on the mask as the Bullet when he lost a loser leave town match against, I think it was Robert Fuller. Kenny Omega, I just threw that in there because he was part of the Bullet Club. Brad Armstrong, of course, was the son of Bob Armstrong. Actually, they did an angle on TV where they had jumped somebody dressed up as the Bullet, got him down unmasked, and it was Brad Armstrong, but the Bullet was, I think, outside the ring or something like that, and so they could never prove that Bob Armstrong was the Bullet at the time. Of course, unfortunately, Bob and Brad Armstrong are no longer with us, so may they rest in peace. Anyway, this concludes this week's Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Hope you guys have fun. New Year's coming up. You folks be careful, take it easy, and I'll see y'all next time.
We here at RP Tube Vision would like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also check out friends of the show Ecolife and Natural for home-crafted candles, hand cloth, and other home and personal goods. Look them up on Facebook. Link will be available below the video. That is Ecolife and Natural.